Hey everyone, in today's video I just want to cover some common dieting mistakes that I've made over the years, and I found that kind of happen with everyone else as well who kind of start dieting and are doing very well with their diet. They're making progress, but their progress is kind of stalled somewhat and they're wondering why taking to the next level or help them with weight loss a bit more. So here are the common mistakes that I've seen, that I've experienced myself over the years. So the first one is I will do better tomorrow, and this happens to all of us. We're very optimistic about our future selves, the next self, whether it's I'll go training tomorrow, or I'll start this tomorrow, or I'll eat better tomorrow. So this is a common fallacy that people have, that they will eat something on, let's say, a Saturday, they'll overindulge in their diet, and then they hope they'll do better the next day. Now, that is not the best way of doing it, because generally we're very bad, as people know. Look, tomorrow, is not the best day to make plans. People are very bad at compensating for that, and they generally don't. So you'll eat bad on Saturday, you'll go back to normal. Hopefully on Sunday you'll go back to normal, but you won't probably undo what you did Saturday by eating less. So a better way of coming about this is, if you know you're going to have an indulgence day on Saturday, for example, and you log your calories, or you want to be aware of it, is to just account for those calories earlier on the day so that you can adjust for it later on. So let's say, if you know you're going out Saturday night for a big meal, maybe have a very small breakfast and a very small lunch so you can enjoy the big meal without having to worry about, I'll do better tomorrow. You can enjoy it guilt-free, keep your calories on track, and keep your diet going on while still having a good time, and people won't see you suffering, of course, the day earlier on starving, but you can enjoy the meal without any effort. All right? Now, the next thing is not tracking the oils and butters and fats we cook with. And this is a common problem that a lot of people, and I myself, have made over the years. When you are cooking with coconut oil or olive oil or butter or beef tallow, whatever you use to cook with, those oils get absorbed into the food. And a tablespoon of olive oil is about 100 calories, so it can be quite quick that those calories go into foods. And we are very quick to forget we're having oil, because you don't see it when you're eating it. But if you find that you're making homemade meals and you're wondering why am I not losing weight, or why am I even gaining weight, it might be that you're using too much oil or not even tracking that oil. One's particularly hard to use are things like coconut oil and butter, because they're solid, so they're harder to measure out. But try and account for the cooking oil you're using. And remember, if you're doing roasts and things like that, or you're cooking with meats or fishes in pans, the fat from the fish still goes into that food as well, or the fat from the meat goes into that food as well. So be mindful of the oils you cook with and account for them in your calories, and that should help you maybe track, if you cook 3 home-cooked meals a day with tablespoon of olive oil, that's 300 calories that you might be unaware you're having, and that might be the thing over 7 days a week that helps you lose weight again. So be careful to track the oils you cook with. On that as well, cooking homemade food, the next point is homemade meals. So a lot of us think inherently, and this is just the way it is, that homemade is better. And generally when you're dieting, homemade meals are best. However, it's important to remember to track your calories in the homemade meals you make. So if you're using an app like MyFitnessPal, what you can do, let's say if you're making a chili con carne, is you can weigh out all the foods before you cook them. So you have your mince, your onions, your peppers, whatever else, your sauce. You weigh them all out individually. You put them into MyFitnessPal as a My Food or a My Meal. Then you make the food, and then you can basically portion out the chili con carne, weigh it when you make it, and it'll be in there. You'll have it saved in there once, so it'll be a bit of effort at the start, but you'll have it saved in there once, and then you can actually see how many calories you're eating. A lot of us are very optimistic about the calories we get from homemade meals, thinking there's less because we made them ourselves and they're better. That might not always be the case, so be sure to keep on top of the food you're cooking at home yourself and to be aware of the calories in them. Unfortunately, there are no free calorie meals. The next one is liquid calories. Now, people are aware of this with fizzy drinks, great, fruit juices, smoothies, brilliant. People are aware of the calories in those things. However, if you're on a really low calorie diet, so let's say it's 1,500 calories, every calorie matters because it's quite low. So things like milk in teas and coffees, so cappuccinos, lattes, things like that. Sugar you add to teas and coffees, they all add up. So if you're having 4 or 5 coffees a day or 4 or 5 teas a day, and you're adding 1 or 2 teaspoons of sugar into each coffee, that's about 120 calories that is slowly adding up. And you might not be mindful of those calories because you're just, it's a small bit of sugar, so you don't think anything of it. But those calories day to day will add up and might be making the difference between you not losing that extra pound over a period of time. All right, so be mindful of the calories you're adding to liquids. The next common one I see with people is it's just a salad. Now, salads are great, you know, leaves and all that are great. However, they're fairly bland. You know, eating dry leaves is never the most pleasurable thing. So people generally, to make salads taste better, put oils on them. And again, as we covered in the previous point, oils are very high in calories because they're a fat. And it only takes a small amount of oil to add a massive amount of calories to something. So if you think you're having a salad and it only has 100 calories, but it's got, you know, delicious oil or delicious dressing on it, there might actually be 200, 300 extra calories that you weren't aware of. So be mindful when you're having salads of the oils you use to put on the salads. Maybe like things like a vinaigrette, which has less calories to no calories on it, is a much better option than, you know, covering it with olive oil, which might be the healthier option. Yes, might have more nutrients in the olive oil and healthy fats, but however, it still might put you over your calories. And that brings us to the last point. And this point needs to be drilled into people a lot. And I made this mistake for years and years and years. But it's healthy. The concept that because a food is healthy negates the calorie aspect is not true. So healthy foods are brilliant, and healthy foods, to my mind, are foods that have got good fats or loads of minerals, loads of vitamins, good fiber, have a high protein source, and have a lot of basically bang for your buck. So for the calories you get, they have a lot of nutrients. The problem with people thinking healthy is better is some healthy foods are really high in calories. So nuts and seeds, avocados, coconut oil, olive oil, things like that are very high in calories. So when you're having those foods, they can put up your calories really quickly. So that when you're eating them, you can basically go over your daily calories quite quickly without realizing it. And because of that, you think, oh, I'm eating healthy though, I'm eating all healthy foods, I should be losing weight. It's not the case. And the analogy I use to people for this is, look, charity is great. So if you give, you know, if you make €500 a week and you give €50 to charity a week, great, you probably have that disposable income. However, if you make $500 a week and you give €500 to charity a week, you have no money left. So you have no money to pay your bills, you have no money to kind of do anything else. And eventually that's going to kind of, you know, fall apart. And it's the same with your diet. If you spend all your calories or overspend your calories in healthy foods, yes, you're getting loads of vitamins, you're getting loads of minerals, you're getting all that thing, but you're still going to overeat your calories, and your body's going to store those excess calories, that excess energy, as body fat, unfortunately. So remember that calories, when it comes to weight loss, calories matter most, and you do want to get your calories from healthy food sources, but you can't just ignore the fact that healthy foods have calories too, unfortunately. So those are the most common mistakes I've seen, guys, over the years with regards to helping people with diet, and I've of course done myself over the years. So I hope those tips help. If you want help with your own nutrition, we'd love to hear from you. We do online nutrition coaching, and we do nutrition plans in the gym for people. If you're interested in that, you can let us know. And if you have any questions, again, you can ask in the comments below. We'd love to answer them. And of course, you might have the same question as 50 other people. So if you ask it and we answer it, you might be helping other people as well. So all questions are welcome. Hope this video helps, guys, and we'll talk to you later. Cheers.